What's going on, guys? I'm back with another video. Today I am going to be going over, or really discussing, why I think movies make us cry. And why I'm doing this video is because I was looking at my library the other day and I was kind of going over some stuff on figuring out stuff to get rid of, and I was asking myself why I have certain movies in my collection, and some of these in front of me right now are the ones that I keep and I love. And the reason why I love them is because they made me feel so much when I watched them. And I actually watched all of these in theaters. I watched this one in theaters 4 times. I watched Whitebird once. I have to rewatch it. I found it at Barnes & Noble, 50% off. Easy steal. Hamnet, great movie. Also another 50% off. I know it was 40%, but it's actually 50% off for the Universal sale. But all of these movies have one thing in common, is that it made me feel emotional, right? Not necessarily bawling my eyes out, but tears were in the eyes, during some of the parts in these movies. And I figured make a video going over why I think that's the case. Now, the thing with every movie, or for like 99.9% of the movies, unless it's like a documentary where you have real life footage in the movie, all movies are fake. Our brain knows this. We tell ourselves none of this is real. It's all fake. It's all filmed, acting. There's a script. We all know this, and yet our brain sits there, puts all of that aside, and just lets us feel the emotions that the movie allows us to feel. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of fascinating in that sense that we know it's fake, and yet we have the ability to feel all these types of emotions. It's great. That's why I love movies. And the thing with every movie is that they have characters, they have cast, right? And throughout the entirety of the film, whether it's an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, throughout the entire time, we are sitting there bonding ourselves to all of these characters. You see all these characters on the screen right here? They are helping us live through what they are living through in the movie. And by that, we get to feel what they feel. It's a beautiful thing. And in this case, we're talking about not necessarily sadness, but, tears in the eyes and crying during these films. And just one little thing, and I think that music also helps play a role in some movies. Not necessarily these ones, but I think that if there is a wholesome scene or a love scene, I think that a nice melody or a nice background music helps enhance the emotions of the scene. Again, not necessarily with these films, but I think that music definitely helps play a part in enhancing the emotions. Now, again, back to the brain and why I think that we cry during movies. And, the movies help us, or, they allow us to experience situations that we have probably never experienced and probably will never experience, right? For Whitebird, you have these two kids. You have a Jewish girl, and you have I think he was German. Takes place in France. And obviously during the Nazi Germany era, she was in school. She was getting hunted by the Germans. He takes her her into care, and they kind of fall in love, right? Like I didn't get to live through this era of our history. I'll never experience this, but the ability this movie has is I get to experience it through these characters, and I get to feel everything that they feel, right? Same thing with Regretting You. I mean, I've never been in this situation where I have a wife who is cheating on me with my best friend, and then they end up getting killed in a car accident, and then you fall in love with the person that you were meant to fall in love the entire. You know what I mean? Like things like this. Or I didn't have a high school sweetheart, or maybe not sweetheart, but I didn't have a relationship like them in high school where it was just they truly loved each other. And, the things that they do, the things that they went through were, not necessarily loving each other, but, he had a girlfriend, and then he chose her over the other girl, but then he didn't at one point, but then he went back to her. It's crazy. Like, I get to feel all of those emotions going through every single one of these people. And again, with Hamnet, where they lose the son, they lose the son, and then, oh my God, the scene in this movie, if you've seen this movie where in the end, all the son wanted to do was play a part on stage with fencing. And oh my God, I'm getting chills just talking about it, where he's looking up, seeing the bird. My eyes are closing. I'm trying to imagine this. I'm getting chills. He's looking up at the bird, and he looks down and he slowly turns around, and he's on stage, and he sees the crowd, and he makes eye contact with his mother, and then walks into that dark passageway, knowing that he got what he wished for, and that was it. And then the father is crying, and oh my God, tears. I swear to God, the eyes were watering up. And again, the brain allows us to experience everything in these films without actually living through it. Do you know what I mean? Losing a loved one, overcoming impossible situations, falling in love, you know what I mean? Falling in love, sacrificing like literally, we get to experience all of this through a movie, something that is fake, and it makes us cry sometimes. And it's, you know, even though it's a sad movie, most of the times in the end, we end up just being happy because, you know, chances are, here, this one's a good example, right? I mean, I just gave you an example with this one, but for this one, right? In the end, when, sorry for the spoiler, but if you haven't seen this movie by now, you need to see it. Well, I'm sorry for the spoiler. There's going to be a spoiler here, so skip ahead the next half a minute. But him, Mason Thames' character, is obviously, they go back and forth, fall in love. But at the beginning of the movie, they meet. These two meet, and he asks for a ride home, right? But at the end of the movie, he asks her out to prom, and the entire time throughout the movie, he's sitting there making this documentary film saying, "Will you go to prom with me? Will you go to prom with me?" At the beginning of the movie, we didn't see it until the end, but he's sitting there saying, "If she turns around and picks me up and asks me for a ride, I will break up with my girlfriend and she's the one." And we see it in the end, and it's just, oh my God. Imagine getting to experience love like that. Imagine having someone do something for you like that. Do you know what I mean? And again, we get to experience it through this movie, even though it's fake. Do you know what I mean? And back to my point, it's that, even though, it brought tears to the eyes, it's pure joy because you're getting to see and experience two people fall in love, truly in love, for at least from what we can see. And it's just a beautiful thing that I think that movies have the ability to do. And maybe I didn't even make the point. The whole point of the video was why I think movies make us cry. Hopefully I got that point across, but this is just that was fun getting to express myself like that throughout this video. Of some of my favorite films. These are amazing films. If you've never seen them, I definitely recommend them. So they will bring tears to your eyes if you do have the ability to put yourself into the character's shoes. But that is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned to the next one, and make sure to keep yourselves worthy.